I guess Canusa Hershman can best be described as predominantly a recyclables commodities brokerage business, trading in commodities such as secondary fiber, metals, plastics, and more.
cieTrade and Canusa Corporation were introduced back in 2001, and at that time we were using a software package that was an accounting-based system with a whole bunch of add-ons. Really, we were operating in 3 separate silos of operations, accounting, and sales. And that's what drew us right away to cieTrade, was the fact that it was a single silo, vertical silo, involving integration of all 3 of those parts.
With cieTrade being integrated into the accounting back office portion of our business, it allows us to handle a lot more in terms of the number of transactions. And so we need fewer people. We have less overhead associated with back office. As a package, it really does provide something that we think is different from the competition.
We found them to be very adaptive. They've helped us move from just a trader of recyclable commodities within North America to an international trader of recyclable commodities.
We've always been able to go to the team at cieTrade and say, okay, here's a new piece of business. How do we employ cieTrade to best support that business?
I can remember back to 8, 9, 10 years ago. If we exported 20 ocean containers a month, we were proud of ourselves. Now we export 4,000 ocean containers a month. It would not have been possible for us to experience that growth without using cieTrade.
With cieTrade, from a management perspective, it's a completely different tool. I can start at a very high level and look at data. And then if I have questions about that data, I can then drill down within that data and find out information about things that I'm looking for that help us make decisions.
Canusa Corporation had actually decided to move to the cieTrade software system even before we had decided to merge with the Hershman Recycling Group. While I don't know that it was a decision-making factor, I think that the folks at Hershman Recycling realized that we had made a good move to a really good platform, and they saw that as one of the strengths that we brought to the merger.
I think the best way to describe how cieTrade has made a difference to Canusa Corporation, Canusa Hershman Recycling, and Newport CH, all 3 of our organizations use this software, is the fact that 12 years later, we are still using this software.
I always tell people that the relationship that we developed with cieTrade many years ago was one of the most important business decisions and choices we ever made. You know, it was very critical for us to have a good software platform to allow us to grow. Back then we were moving about 30,000 tons a month, and now we're trading well over 200,000 tons a month between us and the rest of our affiliates. And without that platform, we would have never achieved that kind of success.